Seasons and salutations to everybody. This is East New York's finest, hosted by Mike. So I'd like to give everybody, hopefully, everybody on this earth will have a more prosperous and greater 2021 than we had this horrific 2020. I know I said it repetitively in a couple of my latest videos. And of course, this is basically how I feel. I walk around like this. I have the hat too, but it's in my garage somewhere. My arm is still killing me, but I took it out the sling because some days it feels better in a sling, some days without. But anyway, this is basically how I feel. You know, he's not the greatest person, but he's not the worst. I think if this other guy get in, it's the worst. But again, they always say never talk religion and politics. So I'm gonna leave this as that. Everybody have their own thoughts on what they feel. I have another video coming out right now. Hopefully you guys see it before this one. If not, let me. Because Tony, he took me out today, and we did some stuff. So it's basically about 95% loaded. It says about 7 minutes left on it. It's called my 2020, aka my 2020 New Year's Eve thrifting pickups today. That's the video before this one. So in that video, I'm basically, Tony was the cameraman, and we were in my dungeon, aka basement. I don't care if people make fun of my dungeon or my basement. At least I have one. There are people out there who rent apartments, live in living rooms, live with people, and have their stuff in storage. There are people that have homes and and own apartments. And I say don't make fun of something you don't have or you can't idolize. So at the end of the day, regardless of how my basement looks, it's mine, it's clean, it's COVID clean, and it's in our possession and it's our property. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Outside of that, because there's always people that want to give thumbs down and be trolls and just be disrespectful because there's a lot of evilness out there. So anyway, getting rid of that. We basically just showed everything I picked up. I thought I got more stuff in there. It's amazing how much you really think you got until you get bags in your hand. Tony got a nice amount of stuff today. He got stuff. We went to second. No, today the plan was to either go on the Second Avenue first or Red, White, and Blue first, and then it was gonna be vice versa. So I guess it kind of made sense to me, but I wanted him to have the choice since he was basically chauffeuring me around. Not to say that he, what I mean, like, drive me around and shit like that. It was pretty cool. And, he looked out for a brother. And, ever since, my car had been going kaput, I've been showing him around. So that way, he know where to get stuff at and, things like that. And he's a cool guy. I like him a lot. And, he's a family man just like me. He's got, 3 children just like me. And he's got the exact amount of sexes that I have. He's got 2 boys and 1 girl. Except that my daughter's older than both my boys. In his case, I forgot which is which, but he got 3 beautiful kids. He's got a nice, beautiful wife. Real young dude, and he takes care of his business, man. And I respect that. He's got a wife that, does what she's supposed to do. He does what he's supposed to do, and the kids are there, and that's what's important. And I have no problem showing the ropes and looking out for somebody like that because I was young. And again, good guy. And he's the one that said that we got real close during a pandemic because we were always cool with each other for years since I've been selling at the flea market at the Meadowlands. And he owed me money a couple of times, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he didn't have enough with him or he spent too much. And over time, he just he always paid his dues, and we became cool. And he became a good. It got to the point where he was a good customer. From a good customer, he was just alright. To him being an acquaintance, from acquaintance, he became a friend. From a friend, he's a good friend now. And we share a lot of views politically and biblically the same, and it doesn't matter if we're opposite on that. It's just that like we're alike in a lot of ways, and we're very opinionated, and we share the same views on a lot of topics, and it's just funny. Like we almost mirror each other, in the sense of how we do things and how our family come from. It's just crazy, and again, just a cool kid. And anyway, he was behind my camera and in my basement. Oh man, this thing hurts like hell. And it was hard for me to unravel or get stuff out of the bags because, it hurt. And we was cracking jokes a lot and stuff like that because I was in a lot of pain. I got a lot of stuff. I picked up 6 My Little Pony Build-A-Bear plushes. They sell on eBay between anywhere from 17. I checked again, between 17 to $40, depending on which one you got. I was in a lot of pain today. We were on our feet all day. I mean, I've been like Christmas Eve. I got some stuff when my boy Vinny came to pick me up, Filipino kid, and we spent half the day together because it was half a day on Christmas Eve at Red, White, and Blue. I got some stuff today. I got a lot of stuff there. So we started off with Second Avenue, and I got a lot. I got some decent stuff. I did. No, I didn't get no toys. I think I only got video game related stuff. I don't even remember. But he didn't see the. It was I don't remember if it was the Nintendo, whatever the hell it was. I know it was definitely um a Wii Mario Brothers, and I think a Mario Kart, something else, I don't remember. But it was a couple Mario games and some other stuff that was for the Wii. And etc. like that. And they were only $2 a game. So I grabbed them all. He didn't get them in time or see them in time. And I told him, I said, well, I know he likes that stuff because he resells too. And I was like, well, I only grabbed the stuff because I think some of the ones I need upgrades to them. So he said, all right, well, whatever. So the same price I paid for him is what I gave him to him for. So, you know, at the end of the day, he was with me. He drove me around. Plus, I only grabbed them because I like to upgrade all my games and keep getting certain games until I get better copies, better cases, ones with booklets and with the CDs. Because even though if I need a booklet for a game, even if the game is $8, $9, I'm not gonna open the game and take the booklet. That's still stealing. I'm not doing that. It doesn't matter. I'd rather pay for the game or try to get a game cheaper so I can just replace it. It's easier to do that because you know I'm too old to be embarrassed when getting kicked out of a thrift shop forever, and or get locked up over even over $300 or $400. I'm not gonna do it. A damn sure gonna do it for a game that sells for anywhere from $1.99 to a couple of $20, $30. I'm just not gonna do it. Plus it's morally wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, like even when you go to the flea market, you got people that steal from you, and it's like, come on, man, like that's pathetic. You going to thrift shops and stealing, and you going into flea markets and stealing from people. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's bad enough doing it in companies, but you're gonna do it. I don't understand people. But anyway, moving on. So this is what I got today from. Well, this is what because Tony did come. Like I said in the other video, you see that we was talking about going upstairs and stuff. So these are items that I actually kept. Well, this is the later one, and it's ironic because I only have one Nintendo DS. These things are hard to cut. Out of all the DS systems, you have the DS, the DS Lite, the DSi. I forgot which one is the newest one between the Lite and the I. I guess whichever one is the one that comes with the camera is the newer one to those. But they're basically 3 versions of the DS. You got the regular DS, which is this. Then you have the DS Lite, and I believe the I, or it's probably the DS and the DSi, then the DS Lite. Whatever. But I remember when these first came out, they were selling. These actually sold faster than I think the I. I think the DS and the DS Lite sold more than the DSi's did, or vice versa. Who knows? Whatever. Anyway, I try to get all of them, and this is the platinum, aka silver one. And I was talking to one of the ladies I know, because I know a lot of people who work at Second Avenue. I know them from me being cool with them, and they know what I spend at some of the uniques that they worked at. So I have a good rapport with them, and some of them, a lot of them do go work for Second Avenue because I guess they're treated better pay, and they're a lot more comfortable and they like it better. And they were always cool in the first place, so I'm happy for them. I'm not just saying it because I know them and they look out for me. They know what I like. So there are a couple of people that work in the processing area, including a supervisor that I'm cool with from one of the my uniques. So that helps. And I'm going to go back to that and tell you why. These I did keep. The stuff, it was like a couple more games I picked up, but, Tony left with them. Because like in the other video, we were talking about that, we were going to be upstairs for a minute. We was upstairs, we was up here for about 45 minutes or so. Probably this is the fastest he ever came upstairs and stayed. Because, he forget about it. We'll be up here for hours just making deals and taking our sweet time. But anyway, this time he wanted her to get home. I was tired too and stuff. Plus, I'm gonna help him take care of some stuff tomorrow. because you know people look out for you, look out for them. Even though it's just the right thing to do. So these guys were $1.99 each. For the Wii U, we have Lego Jurassic Park, well Jurassic World, excuse me. I probably have this game and don't even realize it, but I'll find out right now. So if I don't have it, it'll go into the collection. If I do have it, it'll be resold. I'll just give it to him because he actually wanted that game. This game I only got because it was a Connect sensor thing. And I do try to get all the Xbox 360 like Connect stuff. Because that was a big focal point for them for that particular device. They had a lot more software for their Connect camera than Sony ever did for their Sony Move thing. And this is still Battalion Heavy Armor. Like I said, I got it because of that. Really, I just got it just for the fact that it was what you call it. So, yeah. Again, $4, and you know the Lego Jurassic World is probably worth that by itself. I don't know, but I was like, whatever. And I got a couple other items. He got the mass majority of stuff. I'm trying to think, did I get anything else there? Oh yeah, I did get the Star Wars Lego. Star Wars Lego. I did get the Star Wars Monopoly, and I probably got something else. I don't remember. I already forgot. I don't remember. Because I was in pain all day. You know how it is when you're in pain and you trying to get through the day. And, you know, our plan was not to stay at Red, White, and Blue. Because the plan was, you know, he had things to do. So the plan was to finish off everything and get me back home by 1. But I guess, you know, things got, you know, redirected. And we wound up staying the whole day. And it was tough for me. Because, you know, ever since, you know, it's been over a month since I've been there for the whole day at you know, Red, White, and Blue, and that is a workout because you know you're standing on concrete, even though it's indoors. It's a big store, but you know their floor is still concrete, painted concrete, and you know when you're walking around, you'd be surprised when you're walking around a store like that and you're standing up all day. That puts a toll on you, especially when you're supposed to be on medication. You're supposed to be on narcotics you're not taking, and you have a shoulder injury and or shoulder surgery, and of course it's my fault. There's nobody else to blame but me. But you know, a lot of stuff is coming out, and it was good just to hang out with the mass majority of everybody that I'm always there with anyway, and you know, introduce Tony to people so that way if he decide to come without me and whatever, you know, they'll treat him like they'll treat me, and you know, they'll know him enough to be like, oh, that's Mike's boy. Oh, he's cool, and you know, everybody will have a fair share of whatever. And that way he get the, you know, he don't have to feel odd, and at the same time he's kind of like he'll be initiated and to not have to, you know what I'm saying, not feeling funny when you're going through stuff. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's politics everywhere. Everything's political. So anyway, getting it out the way, I think he did. I don't know. For some reason, I still think he got a couple of other bags of mine. I don't know. Isaiah, stop playing so much. So, I'm not gonna mention names, but like I said, I do know a couple of people who worked for My Unique, and they since left, and I guess they didn't like the pay and how they were treated. So they went to work at Second Avenue. I know them. They all work in the processing area, and what better place to know people than in the processing area? Because that's where everything comes from. These people are cool with me. They see me spend money over the years, and I'm a nice guy to them. They like me, and vice versa. And as we were already being rung up, somebody came to the front, and he went to hand me this. And I was like, oh, my man. And it's funny because when I saw it, I was like, wow. I said, wow. And I said, oh, my man. He said, yeah, man. I wanted to make sure I saw you. Because, you know, from the back, they could see people at the front of the register and stuff. Yeah, man. So don't bother your brother like that, man. Don't do things like that. Do me a favor, man. Can you give me a water, please? Thank you, boo-boo. So, and I saw this. I knew I needed it. And Tony was like, don't you have that? But sometimes we all get confused because you know how it is. Like sometimes you get the same game 3 or 4 times if you have a 3DS, and you get the game for the DS or vice versa because Nintendo has the habit of being very repetitive, of making the same exact game for the DS as they do for the 3DS and vice versa, and they do the same thing with their handhelds. A lot of their handhelds are very similar, and then they all have the mass majority of colors, so they'll make the same color system, or the same color for mass majority of a lot of their systems, and it does become very annoying. But I knew I needed this, and one of the reasons was because yesterday I spent about 10 hours here. My shoulder, I'm still recuperating my shoulder, and when they say, thank you, boo boo, when they say your shoulder and hip surgery and pain is the worst, I'm not gonna sit here and say they lie, because I can deal with a lot of pain, and this thing almost every day makes you want to ball up in tears and pop oxycodone and morphine. This is maliciously bananas. This pain, and this coming from a Marine. This coming from a guy that can take. I can take pain like nobody, but this some bitch. Listen, and they went in with lasers and like a fiber optic, like 2 fiber optic cameras. So I have 2 little hole incisions, one from the back, and then the front. Well, from the front and then the back, and then from the side they went in and did the incision, so that way they could look on a. Everything's high tech now, so the way they did it, and the pain is bananas. So imagine, and they told me you'll be in 1,000,000% pain, and you'll probably be here for 2 or 3 weeks before we let you go because of the pain and stuff. And that's why everybody charge a lot, and a lot of surgery now. They do everything. Is less time depending on what it is, and they do a lot of stuff with lasers now because the precisions are better cut, and they don't have to do a crazy incision and a crazy scar like they do. Like now, the way they do your neck, like it's less barbaric than how they went in mine. Because in 2008 they did my fusion, and I have rods and stuff in my neck, and things would have been a lot less messier, a lot less time consuming, and less expensive if they went that route than spending almost 8 hours on my neck surgery. Cause they went in, I went in 5:30 in the morning in Downstate University Hospital in Flatbush, Brooklyn, and I got prepped for surgery, and I was on the operating table, being fed anesthesia. My cousin Russell dropped me off. I was nervous as hell. I was like anxious and nervous as hell. I remember them giving me fluids and stuff. I remember them putting anesthesia around my face, and that was around the same time my great grandmother just passed. Like she just passed, I think within a week and a half, and it was crazy, and I just felt weird. Then all of a sudden, I mean, there's nothingness. Like people, I don't understand it. I do know that death got to be nothingness because anesthesia, you're under. So anesthesia is not that much different than almost being dead, because they drug you and they put you in a deep, almost like comatose. And people talking about light. No, I ain't see or hear. I don't remember nothing. Just like 2 Saturdays ago, I remember talking to them for 1 second. They already put the mask on my face. I was talking to them for a couple of seconds, and when the Asian doctor was talking to me, then a nice nurse to my right, on the right side of the bed, and he was on the left. And I remember she was just stroking my head like, "Don't worry about it. You seem nervous." And I said, "I am." And the next thing you know, all I remember was I was groggy, and I remember my clothes was on me. That's all I remember. And that was literally like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But my spinal surgery, they said I was under, because everything's on paper. I was under exactly at, I think, 6:45 a.m. They ain't finished that shit until almost 6 p.m. that same day. And I was in the hospital for like 2.5 weeks. And my recovery, I couldn't go nowhere for a month. I had to stay home for a month. But that was back when I was collecting, that was back in '08 when I had every 3 3/4 G.I. Joe. And when I say that, I mean the vintage original ones from '82 all the way to '94. And I had all of the newer 25th anniversary G.I. Joes and beyond. And I was in a lot of pain, but I just remember the nostalgia of just looking at my G.I. Joe stuff. And even when they came to bring me home, I got brought home by like an ambulance company. That's how crazy it was. I couldn't go by car home. They had to lay me on a gurney, and they had to find a spot in our old house in Flatbush, Brooklyn, and I had to stay there. And my wife had, I literally had to be helped to the bathroom, had to be helped to be wiped. My mom came over almost every day because she literally lives like 15 minutes from me, same bus line, um, from me and everything. And like you can go right outside my house, walk a block, and that same bus will get you from her house to my house because she lived in Sheepshead Bay area, which is like going down from where I was, like going more southwest. Anyway, whatever. So now I remember they every like 2 times a day my gauze had to be changed, and I had to go to the hospital 2 times, and they had to pluck out the staples and reset it because of the thick skin. They couldn't stitch it because just think about that shit is making me go crazy. And I remember that, and that still was nowhere near as bad as this. It's crazy. But anyway, so like I said, I got this crap here. Oh, and speaking of that, you know, they when they went to give me this, I saw the price on it, and I was like, I was gonna take it regardless, even if it was like I ain't gonna say what I would have paid for it, because then somebody from there might be watching and say, oh yeah, raise the price. That's how it works. So this was $20. Now the crazy thing of it is I needed this, and I thought he was just playing around with it because he had it on, and I realized that he must have had a game in it. So I know when he had it on, I knew it worked. For some reason, I'm guessing that they because it worked. It was powered on, so I'm guessing that they had the charger for it, and I didn't pick it up or whatever. But yeah. Now the crazy thing is, I want to show you what like these sales sold on eBay for $50 all day. I a couple of people I seen in the flea market who are video game people or video game resellers. I see these for like $60 all day for the DSs. I don't know why some people charge more for the DSs than they do for the DSi and the DS Lite. Especially due to the fact that this one, I mean, I guess I can understand it because I just answered my own question. This does give you the playability of playing GBA, basically backwards compatible or backwards compatibility. Excuse me, that's the proper way of saying it, right? So this gives you the option of being able to play GBA games along with DS games. So that's pretty cool. And I think they stopped it with a DSi and then a DS Lite. But yeah, this one did have 2 games that came in it. So basically, I got like you could say over almost $200 worth just in this. I could move up, but I'm gonna have to do it. There's a blue game in here, and then there's this game in here. So let me take this game out first and show you. This game sold on eBay for $85. And just in case you don't see that, it's Pokemon Heart Gold. This is an $85 game alone. This game is worth basically 4 times more. No, well, 20. Yeah, it's worth. Yeah, damn, it's worth 4 times more than what I paid just for this. And this game came in this. And again, you got Pokemon Heart Gold. And then the same blue game, this game alone is worth 2 times, basically 2 times what the price I paid for the DS. This game sells on eBay for $45, and this is the original one. It's not a reprint. As you see, it says Game Boy Advance on the top, and then on the back it says Nintendo and everything. So this is the real deal, legit thing, and that is the real deal DS game. So basically, I paid $20 for this, and I got Pokemon Heart Gold for free, which is an $85 sold game. But anybody who knows video games know how much that game is going for. If I had the book and box, it'd probably be going for like $100 and better. Same thing for this. Loose, they go for $45. Sold. $50 all day sold, and I paid $20 for this, and both of the games are in it. You know, I got hooked up. It's good to know people. It's good to be cool with people. And when people like you and they see the kind of person you are, it's funny. Like I've said it before, and I'll keep being repetitive. If I can get the like on YouTube as I do out in the world, I would have hundreds of thousands of viewers and subs. But it's amazing how I got tarnished from my old Mike Son 007 channel, and just because a lot of Neanderthalic followers and trolls want to hate on you because you're opinionated with stuff that they no longer collect. That just goes to show how crazy and how hypocritical the world is. And this is why I like people like Trump, because even though he says a lot of blasphemy and he's a little cuckoo in the head, but at the end of the day he means well. He means well, and he speaks his mind. My words are twisting, and I'm a little out of it because I am in extreme amount of pain. And this is why I urge and ask a lot of people, and I request people to give me thumbs up and sub me and stuff like that, because that last video I just did before this one, I was in a lot of excruciating pain. Like, I've been in pain all day. And you guys don't understand how it is to do these videos while you're in pain. It's crazy. A lot of people won't do them. And then I'm doing this one because I told you and I promised you that, I'm going to do a video game video showing you guys that. But, Tony was here, and, he got what he got from me, and I gave him great deals on stuff, and I can't charge him more than what I paid for it because now he goes to the same places I go to, and it don't make no sense for me to charge him a lot for stuff that he see the price I pay for. Plus, like I said, the kid, the least I could do is buy lunch because the kid's using his gas instead of being home with his family. He's out and about with me. Yeah, true. He's going out hunting and he's buying stuff too, but he don't need to pick me up to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's always good to be grateful to those who are grateful in return and understanding. So that's what's up. So anyway, they had one of these last week in one of my thrift shops, and they had it priced at $150, $149.99. I'm guessing somebody brought it. It's weird because it's a flea market. It is used, but the box wasn't better condition than this was. It was like almost new. So somebody must have brought it because this was actually out in the electronic area of this particular store. It wasn't in the boutique area. And this is only priced at $19.99 versus the other one being $149.99. And it's the same licensed Nintendo ES Classic Edition. And I always wanted to get another one of these, but ever since before COVID, I've seen people selling these for $50, $60. But after that, like a lot of people were selling them, they want 100, 120 for it. Most I've seen it at a couple of flea markets was between 120 and 130. I'm not gonna say that's a lot because when these things first came out in 2019, they were hard to find. People were selling them, like, I think they were going for like a 70, 80 bucks. And they were going ridiculous because they cost less than the Super Nintendo Classic one. And then when Sony came out, Sony's I think was like 100, 120. But nobody was buying them. So within 3 or 4 months, like around the 5th, 6th month, they were giving them shit. So they was giving the Sony Classics away for like $30. They were in 30, like they were 30. Like last year for Christmas, they were in Walmart and Target for like $30, and nobody was buying them. I didn't like it. I didn't want it because, I really didn't see, like, they didn't have good games. I think that's what messed it up for Sony. I think if Sony put Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 and some other good games like Tomb Raider stuff on that PlayStation Classic, they would have made a lot more money. But anyway, moving to this again, it was, as you can see, it's marked $19.99, and, So this is cool, and I do have the Super Nintendo version of this that I picked up from the same place I got this from, but unfortunately theirs wasn't in the box. But I still picked up anyway. It was bagged, and I think that one was like $30 more than this one. It was like $39.99, but I grabbed it anyway because they're still expensive. But this one, it comes with 30 games, so it comes with Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble. Isaiah loved that game. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius. I love that game. I love shooters. Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Brothers, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch Out featuring Mr. Dream, Star Tropics, Super C, which is Super Contra, Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, Tecmo Bowl, The Legend of Zelda, and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. So that's what makes this a lot more nostalgic because one, it's a Nintendo, and two, you got a lot of great titles on this particular machine. Come on, you got Zelda, Contra, and Castlevania 1 and 2, and you got all 3 Mario games. They really, and this costs less than what all the other classics came out with. And I think that's what makes this a real big thing. So I was happy to get it for $20. It was just sitting there, and as soon as I grabbed it, everybody else wanted it. But it was open, like somebody was looking at it to see what it was. Only thing that's missing out of here, I gotta put this. I'm sorry about my arm. I can't really use it, so please bear with me. This is the box for it. It was kind of like disarray, but the system is this is how the system looked, and you know I guess somebody was looking at it to make sure, because you gotta be careful, because sometimes somebody might put these in a real licensed box and it might be the knockoff, but this is definitely the original. This is actually the real Nintendo one. It does come with the controller that has Nintendo on it as well. Yeah, this arm is killing me. It comes with a nice poster, which I will definitely frame it. I got a couple other posters here in my frame and hang somewhere, you know. And it does have the HDMI cable, and it has the power cord cable. The only thing it doesn't have is an actual power prong that you plug into the wall. But I got those around the house, and I'll find a real slim one, and I'll just use that, because this didn't have it in there. I guess whoever had it just left it in the wall when they went to donate it, and just totally forgot about it. So, you know, I'm guessing this is the second one, because, you know, you cannot move. Whatever they have in the boutique area never gets moved. When it's in that area up by the cashiers and with all them cameras, you know, you cannot, you know, you can, nah, it stays there. They hold it until you go to the register. The only time things go from there to the back is if they throw it away, or if they just decide, you know what, just put it out and they reprice it or whatever. But that's very rare. So that's just how this place is. So, like I said, those are the two ways I knew. So I guess they had two of them and two different people priced it. So, and these items here I got from Red, White, and Blue. Got some good titles here, so I'm going to go through them and let you guys see them. I'm going to do it a little different because there's a couple surprises in here. This game wasn't worth much. Like I said, I was in a lot of pain, so I wasn't really scanning anything. Most of the stuff I know just on knowledge of being a gamer, and over time seeing what people pay for stuff and how much stuff it's worth, and then watching other people's channels and then hearing and noticing that these games cost this and that and the third, and just remember certain key things that would make me remember which game, and etc. etc. This is another reason why I love YouTube, is because, you know, I know a lot, but you don't know everything. And, you know, just watching other people's videos and, you know, being respectful of other people and just enjoying their videos for what they are, you know, you can learn a lot from everybody, just like everybody can learn from you too. So anyway, these two games were $2 each. I picked them up because I thought they were worth money. I never seen them or heard of them before. They're both worth more than $2 I paid for them, but not much. This game, I don't really understand it. It's called Quick Spot. So if anybody know anything about it, and on the back it says focus, be quick, spot the difference. So I'm guessing this is some kind of game where you're supposed to notice the difference on what's different from the top to bottom, and you have to, I guess you click it and it automatically does a circle. So it seemed unique. So I was like, you know what, I got it. And I was like, if the game's worth $1, so what? Everything else I brought, it pays for this game anyway. So brought it home, I realized it's like a $6-7 game sold on eBay. And from what I've seen on YouTube as far as gameplay, I was still trying to understand it, but I'm going to play it and give it a try. Just because. This game, about the same thing. It says 11 games in one. It says Tropics, your island getaway. I guess you're like a money. I told you I'm in pain. I guess you're a monkey swinging on vines or whatever. This game actually looks intriguing on YouTube. And I'm keeping that just because it does look intriguing. Or I'm going to play it first. I'm going to play both of these and see. This game, I don't know why I got it. Oh, I did get it to look at gameplay. It's called Warriors of Might and Magic, which is ironic because I think I have this one in another game or two different games. Something similar to this on the original PlayStation. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what? And I looked on the back of it. But it's funny because the guy on the front page, he kind of reminds me of that dude. I forgot the name of that show. It was like a TV show that used to come on Channel 11 back in the 90s. It was kind of like a crappy superhero show. I can't even remember the name of it. I should have never brought it up because I don't remember the name of it. Plus, I'm in a lot of pain. So, and I keep bringing it up because the more and more I'm up here, the more and more it hurts. So anyway, I figured, hey, it was $2. I am gonna look at the gameplay on this one. I forgot. This Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 for the GameCube. That's self-explanatory. $2. You can't go wrong. And I think this is complete. No, it's not. It's missing the booklet. Then we got 2 games for the original Xbox. One I definitely have. I kind of thought I had it anyway, but you know, better safe than sorry or whatever. But you know, I still get the game anyway, just in case it's a title I like, and I do that because it's better off to bring a game home again. And if you could do an upgrade on the case, and or if yours is missing a booklet and there's not, and the CD may be in better condition than yours, you never know. And I figure for $2, can't go wrong. And I just realized it didn't even be $2. It was actually a $5 game. I didn't even notice until I looked at it now. But anyway, for the original Xbox, we have LA Rush. This game does have some scuffs and scratches on it, but the original Xbox and the PS2, they do play a lot of games. They do play games that have a lot of scratches. This don't have. It has a nice amount, but it's definitely still playable. And I just got it to get it. I don't know why, but hey, whatever. And of course, Dead or Alive 3. And I thought this was also $1.99, but again, I'm in a lot of pain. I wasn't really thinking. And I actually paid $5 for this, and I brought it home and realized I have it. So that's $5 wasted plus tax. Kind of sucks. All right. Now these games here are the least expensive out of the other 3. I'm going to show you. I'm leaving these 3 for the last, and then the video is going to end because I have nothing else. I did have other stuff, like I said, I gave it to Tony. Well, we might be doing a trade and or cash. I trust him. I trust the kid with my life. And, you know, and he's the kind of person that, you know, because like we can get in our house keylessly. We have cameras all over the place. We could be in Tokyo, Japan, and open and unlock our doors and view our cameras. So he's the kind of person I trust enough to give my code, our keyless entry code, to get into my house. That's how much respect and love I got for him. And my wife wouldn't even be upset because my wife and my family know I'm a very great judge of character. So I'm never second guessed on that. And these games here. So this one is brand new. It's called Valkyrie Profile Covenant of the Plum. They have this priced at $3.99. So for $3.99, and it's brand new sealed. It's like I think this game is like about $20 or something like that. Sealed new, so I got that. Surprisingly, I thought this was gonna be the most expensive game out of everything. It wound up being one of the cheapest out of everything, which is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. I couldn't believe that this game was that cheap. For some reason, it seemed like Final Fantasy for any system don't really do as well as it should. But yeah, it's like one of the top named outside of Zelda, one of the top named game. Well, Zelda and Secret of Mania. It's like a crazy game, but I don't know. Whatever. Unfortunately, this one does not have the artwork to it, but it is Wario. It's WarioWare touched. It's funny because Wario is basically like Bizarro to Superman. He's like the anti-Mario. And some of his games are actually decent, but they don't go for money. And as a matter of fact, I think I got a Wario game. I don't know if I have this one. It would be in the W's, right? And I don't. Okay, I got Wario Master of the Skies. Okay, so I don't have that. So yeah, and this is also $2. I mean $2, $1.99. The Final Fantasy was $1.99, and the Valkyrie Profile was $3.99, and that was brand new. Now these are the games that a lot of you guys are gonna be very jealous and envious. I mean, if you think you were upset about the Pokemon Sapphire and even extremely angry at the fact that I got that DS Pokemon Heart Gold, wait until you hear about these 3 games, and they're all DS games. I got here Dragon Quest V and Dragon Quest IV. And they are complete with booklet and game. Ow. Yep, Dragon Quest IV. I checked these things like 3 or 4 times because I know they're worth money, but I didn't know they were worth that much money. So I'm using one hand, so I can't show you guys. I'm in pain, man. And I want to hurry in this video. So there you go. Dragon Quest V on the bottom, Dragon Quest IV. And look at the price. Yes, $2 each. These 2 games alone probably pay for everything I brought today in just Red, White, and Blue alone. Or just about. Just these 2 are what they sell for alone. Then this one. This is like a $45, like a 30. Actually, it's like a $30. I mean, $40 game. $39.99 ish. Luminous Arc 2. They had, I think, one, but it wasn't in there. I still should have took the case, just in case I get the game, but I didn't. And again, it was $1.99. These games I just normally get for the artwork, and I'm not a role playing type of person. But if I know games are worth money and I like the artwork on it, I get them anyway. I've been doing that for a couple of years now. Because normally I don't like this game. I'm never gonna play it. I'm not into these games, and I'll sell them, and I'll sell them cheap, and then everybody else is making money off of me. So I learned from other people bragging, yo, I got this from this person and that from that person, and So what I do now is I'm like, oh, that's what's up. And while they saying that, I'm taking a mention note, like, okay. And I always knew Dragon Quest were very well-known games. Like certain games catch my attention. Every time I hear Final Fantasy or see it, I go crazy and I buy them because I'm always thinking they're worth money and they're not. But then whenever I hear Dragon Quest, Secret of Mania, stuff like that, I already know. Boom. Like if I ever come across Secret of Mania for the NES or Super Nintendo, I'm definitely grabbing it. I don't know if they made it for the NES, but they definitely made it for the Super NES. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please have a great, safe New Year. I know a lot of people like to celebrate, and I know everybody wants to watch. I know everybody wants to disinfect 2020 off of their minds and bodies, soul, aura, and everything. I don't blame them because, like I said, ever since Kobe passed away, the world has been going downhill since. And all I can say is stay safe, man. And I wish and hope everybody a better 2021 than any of us had in 2020. Because any and everybody on this earth that been impacted more negatively on this planet worldwide, and it's crazy. So please stay safe, everybody. Peace.